Knock echoed through the stillness of the night, like a sharp tap on the door of my sanity. 1:19 a.m. Always 1:19 a.m. No matter where I went, no matter what I did, that relentless knock would come, shattering the fragile peace I tried to rebuild. I sat up in bed, my heart racing, beads of sweat forming on my forehead. The darkness pressed in on me, suffocating and suffusing the room with a sense of impending doom. My gaze darted toward the window, but the source of the sound remained unseen, as it always did. The digits mocked me, their glowing green numbers a reminder of the never-ending nightmare that had become my life. I clenched my fists, the desperation and frustration welling up inside me. I had tried everything, moving to a new city, seeking help from experts, even staying awake all night, but nothing could escape that inexorable knock. Days turned into weeks, and the knock continued its relentless assault. Sleep became a distant memory, my nights a haze of fear and exhaustion. I tried to keep myself awake, to escape the inevitable sound that would come, but my body would betray me, succumbing to fatigue. I drowned myself in caffeine, hoping it would be enough to keep me awake until 1:20 a.m. But each time, without fail, my eyelids would droop, and that accursed knock would jolt me awake. My mind started to unravel, the lines between reality and delusion blurring. I could hear the knock even when I was awake, a phantom sound that followed me everywhere I went. One rainy night, as I walked the empty streets, the knock came again. Panic surged within me as I realized I couldn't escape it. Not even outside my own home. My footsteps quickened, my heart pounding, until I stumbled and fell. As I lay there, rain mingling with tears, I felt a strange sense of resignation wash over me. This was my life now, an endless cycle of dread and despair. I found myself drawn to the clock tower in a desolate park. The minutes ticked away, each chime of the clock bringing me closer to the dreaded hour. And then, as the clock struck 1:19 a.m., the knock came again, louder and more insistent than ever. In a fit of rage and desperation, I screamed into the darkness, demanding to know what it wanted from me. The echo of my own voice was the only response. And then, I felt a presence behind me, a cold breath against my neck. I turned around slowly, my heart in my throat. Before me stood a figure, its features obscured by darkness. Its eyes gleamed with an eerie light, fixing me in place with a gaze that seemed to pierce through to my very soul. "Who are you?" I stammered, my voice barely a whisper. The figure's lips curled into a chilling smile, a grotesque parody of human emotion. And then, in a voice that seemed to come from all directions at once, it spoke. "I am what you fear the most. I am the manifestation of your torment, the embodiment of your nightmares." As the clock tower struck 1:19 a.m., the figure reached out a hand, its touch ice cold against my skin. And in that instant, the world around me shattered, reality splintering into a million pieces. I was plunged into a nightmare realm, a twisted landscape of my own making. The figure was everywhere, its eyes watching me from every corner, its voice a constant taunting whisper. "You thought you could escape me," it jeered. "You thought you could outrun your own fears." I fell to my knees, the weight of my own dread crushing me. There was no escape, no respite from the torment that had consumed me. And then, as the figure loomed over me, its eyes burning like twin suns, I understood. The knock, the figure, it was all a reflection of the darkness within me, a darkness that I had allowed to fester and grow. As the figure reached out to engulf me, I realized that this was my fate, my punishment for allowing my fears to control me. The darkness swallowed me whole, and the world around me faded into nothingness. And now, as you read this, remember that I am still out there, trapped in the never-ending knock at 1:19 a.m. The darkness is real, and it can find you too.